NFT.
This picture of a cat just sold for $19,000.
The new craze breaking out in the crypto world, and it's all about crypto collectibles. Non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, are exploding in popularity.
In February alone, NFT sales hitting $340 million. That's up from $12 million in December.
What it looks like when your artwork sells for $69 million.
NFTs are the future. NFTs are the future. Digital assets.
This cat meme, though downloaded millions of times, sold for $600,000.
On the 11th of March this year, a collage of Instagram pictures by the digital artist Beeple was sold for $69 million. First of all, what is an NFT? NFT stands for non-fungible token. To put it simply, non-fungible means that something is unique and can't be replaced with something else. NFTs are then one-of-a-kind tokens and cannot be exchanged with something of equal value, like you would with money. NFTs are hosted on the Ethereum blockchain, allowing the unique identity and ownership to be verified by everyone on the public ledger. Simply put, you can always verify the original art piece, and there is no way to produce a fraudulent copy. If you are now wondering, wait a second, can't one just copy any NFT since they are all digital? That would be a great question. And you would in fact be right. However, when people buy NFTs, they are in fact purchasing the only original copy and the proven and verifiable ownership of the original art. Over the last months, there has been extreme buzz around this phenomenon, creating some interesting headlines in the news. Now that we have an understanding of what NFTs are, you might be wondering, what exactly is driving people to spend millions to buy them? Before trying to give an answer to your question, we need to go back to basics and try to grasp the concept of value. David Gruber suggests to look at value in the linguistic sense, based on the work by Ferdinand de Saussure, where value is defined as meaningful difference. This concept derives from the idea that value is not static. Rather, it changes, depending on each consumer and the context in which they find themselves.
Value can be given three meanings. First, values in the sociological sense, conceptions of what is ultimately good, proper, or desirable in human life. Second, value in the economic sense, the degree to which objects are desired, particularly as measured by how much others are willing to give up to get them. And finally, value in the linguistic sense, the meaning of a thing springs from the contrast it creates to other words. Ferdinand, what do you think about the NFTs?
What are these NFTs? They are valuable only because they're unique? Not everything that is scarce is valuable. In the end, they are just digital files with no difference between them. Why should then all NFTs cost $69 million? Or, I would say, nothing.
By looking at value in this particular way, we can then ask ourselves why we associate value to NFTs. As the idea of value is highly dynamic, it is difficult to give a straightforward answer. However, we will try to highlight a few important points. First, NFTs make it possible to create digital scarcity, leading to the value of a particular token to increase as each of them is uniquely identifiable and authentic. The blockchain technology also allows for proof of ownership, which provides security and reliability. On the other hand, it can be argued that while one can appreciate owning a physical object, NFTs can be easily copied, and, being digital files, any copy is as good as the original. Then why are people willing to buy them for millions? What we are paying for is the abstract meaning of ownership. As we live in a materialistic society, our identity, who we are, determines what we purchase, and what we purchase influences who we are. The value of the NFTs is co-created. between the owner of the NFT and the potential buyer around the fundamental and only importance of owning a unique collectible item. The creators of the NFT art pieces are lifted out of the blue to the same level of a Raffaello, and the price the purchaser pays justifies the value. Which comes first, the value setting the price or the price as the value creator, is a very obscure conundrum. The NFTs are the epitome of how value does not reside in the product or service anymore. We are facing fast-moving, evolving times where things are less static than what they used to be before. A shift from solid to liquid is taking place in our society, and with that comes also a liquid consumption. Many consumers no longer want to make too many long-time commitments because of the drawbacks it may cause to the endless opportunities that life has to offer. But does this necessarily mean that we humans don't want to own more in possession? No, we still want to own things, but this desire has shifted from physical ownership to a digital one instead. Why own physical pieces of art that can easily be damaged, lost, or even a burden to move around, when one can now easily claim sole ownership to digital objects that have an unlimited range through NFTs? We live in a globalized society that is built around the idea that growth, even unlimited growth, is essential if we want to prosper in life. We human beings all have a basic need for belonging, a need for community, and a need to feel that we are loved and accepted for who we are. Our globalized culture, however, mediascapes in particular, hijack these fundamental human needs in the advantage of the market. We are taught that to have a sense of belonging and social status, we need to be constantly consuming, also referred to by marketers as existential consumption. Meanwhile, social media has made it inevitable for individuals to fall into the comparison trap. Today, we do not simply just want to have more, we also want to have more than others. As psychologist Csikszentmihalyi argues, when resources are evenly distributed, people evaluate their possessions not in terms of what they need to live in comfort, but in comparison with those who have the most. This phenomenon is also known as relative deprivation, and causes even well-off individuals to feel poor in comparison with the very rich, and are unhappy as a result. Now that we have an overview of NFTs and the consumer culture around it, we can ask ourselves if this can be a long-lasting phenomenon. We believe that the current status of NFTs, along the insane purchase prices of memes and digital art, could be short-lived due to a logic of internally new. The liquid society is characterized by consumption without a functional purpose. We identify ourselves in the products we consume as we use objects as part of our extended self. We are always striving to own the next big thing, believing that materialism will lead to happiness. We can then argue that NFTs will lose their charm, as digital possessions are not as effective as material possessions. As Bauman puts it,
fear means fear flowing and anchored, not staying in one place, but diffuse. And the trouble with liquid fear, unlike the concrete specific danger which you know are familiar with, is that you don't know where from it will strike. We are walking, that's my favorite metaphor, as if on a minefield. We are aware that the field is full of explosives, but we can't tell where there will be an explosion and when.
NFT.